Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Major Roman Reigns rival set to join the Bloodline saga on WWE Raw reports. Here's an imaginative look at how a major rival of Roman Reigns could be set to join the Bloodline saga on WWE Raw, expanding the storyline's depth, complexity, and impact. In the high-stakes world of WWE, alliances, betrayals, and unexpected twists are as much a part of the drama as the action in the ring. Few stories in recent history have captivated fans like the Bloodline saga. Roman Reigns' reign as the tribal chief has been both dominant and controversial, setting up conflicts that have fueled one of WWE's most captivating storylines. But just when fans thought they knew the direction of the Bloodline, rumors have surfaced of a major twist that could turn everything on its head. A longtime rival of Roman Reigns may be set to join the Bloodline saga on WWE Raw. This revelation has the potential to add a new layer of drama, tension, and unpredictability to an already gripping storyline. Roman Reigns has built an empire under his tribal chief persona, flanked by loyal family members and sometimes begrudging allies. For over 3 years, he's maintained his dominance over WWE, defeating everyone who dared challenge his rule. From Brock Lesnar to John Cena and Edge, Reigns has dismantled legends, asserting his control and solidifying his spot at the top of WWE. Through all of this, the Bloodline, a faction composed of Reigns, his cousins Jimmy and Jey Uso, and more recently, his younger brother Solo Sikoa, has grown both in power and intrigue. However, with Jey Uso branching out and Jimmy's loyalty wavering, cracks in the Bloodline's once unbreakable bond have become evident. The uncertainty has left the door open for new players, ones who could shake the Bloodline's foundation and shift the WWE's landscape forever. Among the list of possible rivals who could enter the Bloodline saga, none have the storied history and complex relationship with Reigns quite like Seth Rollins. As former Shield members, Rollins and Reigns were once the closest of allies, rising together in WWE and achieving unparalleled success as a team. But their paths diverged in explosive ways, with Rollins famously betraying Reigns and Dean Ambrose, igniting years of conflict and resentment. Despite their occasional truces, their rivalry has become one of WWE's most enduring, marked by an undercurrent of unresolved tension. Seth Rollins has grown immensely since those Shield days, becoming a fan favorite and holding his own as one of WWE's most dynamic and polarizing stars. His success as the current World Heavyweight Champion has made him one of the most formidable figures in WWE. For Rollins to insert himself into the Bloodline storyline would not only rekindle his rivalry with Reigns, but also introduce a web of psychological conflict rooted in their shared history. According to recent reports, the WWE creative team has been discussing ways to bring Rollins into the Bloodline storyline, with ideas ranging from Rollins infiltrating the Bloodline as a potential ally to outright challenging Roman Reigns for the tribal chief mantle. Such a development could set up a thrilling narrative, one where Rollins navigates the complex family dynamics of the Inoue family, perhaps even attempting to sway members of the Bloodline to question their loyalty to Roman. If Seth Rollins were to join the Bloodline saga, it would mark a battle not just of rivals but of identities. Roman Reigns has built his tribal chief persona on respect, family honor, and an uncompromising quest for dominance. Rollins, on the other hand, has always embraced a more chaotic approach, one that often defies tradition and leans into his unpredictable, rebellious nature. Inserting Rollins into the Bloodline would create a fascinating contrast. Would Rollins aim to undermine Reigns from within, seeking to expose his weaknesses and vulnerabilities to the bloodline members? Or would he come as an outright adversary, clashing with Reigns over what it means to truly lead, to carry the mantle of the WWE's top star? In interviews, Rollins has hinted at unresolved business with Reigns, cryptically saying, "Roman thinks he's the king, the tribal chief. But he knows, deep down, that there are things I know about him no one else does." This statement, combined with Rollins' willingness to push boundaries, suggests that he might leverage their history to challenge Reigns, not just physically, but psychologically. One intriguing twist could involve Rollins allying with Solo Sikoa, the enigmatic powerhouse of the bloodline who has recently shown signs of independence. Solo's quiet but fierce loyalty to Roman has been unshakable, yet Rollins' influence could slowly bring out Solo's desire to assert his own identity within the bloodline. Rollins, with his charisma and mind games, could become a mentor of sorts to Solo, encouraging him to take a more active role and challenging him to consider whether following Roman blindly is truly in his best interest. This alliance would create intense tension within the bloodline, as Roman would no longer be able to rely on Solo's undivided loyalty. For Solo, the struggle would be deeply personal. Would he continue to stand by his brother, or would he join forces with Rollins to explore his potential beyond Roman's shadow? This dilemma could culminate in a massive conflict that would test family bonds, with Solo possibly confronting Roman, demanding more respect and recognition within the bloodline. The Usos, longtime members of the bloodline, have their own complicated relationship with both Roman and Rollins. Jimmy and Jay have already experienced friction with Roman, leading to Jay's departure from the bloodline and a focus on solo ventures. Rollins, as a former Shield brother, could remind them of a time when they weren't beholden to the tribal chief narrative, reigniting memories of a WWE where alliances were fluid and loyalty wasn't dictated by family alone. Jay, in particular, might find himself drawn to Rollins' rebellious attitude, seeing him as someone who offers an alternative path outside of the bloodline's demands. Jimmy, who has shown hesitance and frustration with Roman's leadership, could also be swayed, creating a situation where the Usos find themselves split or even siding with Rollins against their cousin. Should WWE fully invest in this storyline, it would logically build to an epic showdown at WrestleMania, with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins facing off in a match that transcends mere championship stakes. This battle would be about legacy, identity, and closure for two men who have shared the highs of friendship and the lows of betrayal. The stakes could be amplified if WWE were to introduce the Tribal Chief title into the storyline. This symbolic title, representing leadership within the bloodline, and by extension, the Inoue family, could add a unique twist, making their WrestleMania match not just a clash of rivals, but a fight for the honor of leading the dynasty. As the match unfolds, family members like Solo, Jimmy, and Jay could find themselves conflicted, torn between their loyalty to Roman and the allure of Rollins' rebellious energy. The ultimate winner would not only claim a victory, but potentially reshape the bloodline's hierarchy forever. Regardless of the outcome, Rollins' involvement in the bloodline saga would leave an indelible impact on WWE. If he were to defeat Roman, it could open the door for Rollins to temporarily lead the bloodline, challenging members like Solo and the Usos to embrace a new identity free from Roman's strict vision. Alternatively, if Reigns were to defeat Rollins, it would reinforce his position as the undisputed tribal chief, silencing anyone who dared to question his authority. However, even in defeat, Rollins would likely leave a legacy within the bloodline, planting seeds of doubt and change that could haunt Roman's rule long after the feud ends. For fans, the involvement of a longtime rival would bring fresh energy and tension to the bloodline storyline, ensuring that the legacy of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins continues to captivate WWE audiences. This storyline would give WWE fans an unforgettable chapter in the Bloodline saga, combining the allure of rivalry, family drama, and high-stakes power struggles in a way that only WWE can deliver.